Morning, everyone. Um, I hope everyone has a great day today and every day. Um, I don't think I've been on for a while, but anyway, I'm still here. I'll get into that. Um, I just want to go over a few things. Um, I've just been busy. Um, I did my last stop, and I'll see how it turns out. I mean, I already know how it's going to turn out, but anyway, um, let's get into this first. I just love these calls, you know. Um, I like the one that popped up and got everything gets forward to me. One said, Lifeline. You think by putting that up, you know, what did you think? That I wanted you as a lifeline? Or did you think I was going to be your lifeline? Hmm. What do you think the answer is for both? And for the other phone calls, well, I don't know what it was, but it sounded like the weather. Thank you for the weather. I'm glad I wasn't there at that time, wherever the weather was. Um, and then the other message was, well, I really couldn't hear it. There was a lot of static, so I couldn't hear a thing. Um, you know, and all these other phone calls, texts, all kinds of stuff. Doesn't bother me. Um, this one I really love. What is it with all these, gender reveal parties? I saw one. I, you know, I wanted to go, but I mean, I was there just for a few minutes, but anyway. Um, and I happened to come across one. Um, but the one that I came across, never came across it before, so I don't know how these things pop up. But it was filmed, apparently, and who was filming it, their pranks and stuff like that. They're not real, it's a skit. But I'll get into that in a minute about that one. But anyway, um, I noticed when people have, gender reveal parties, you find out what it is. Then you have ones having tantrums because it's not what they thought. Um, if it was a girl, they wanted a boy, or vice versa. And then, they have tantrums. Okay. I came across one where they said they had a huge tantrum because it was a girl. They wanted a boy. This way they can carry their name. Really? You had a tantrum. First of all, they looked young. You can have more. But that's not the point. Boy or girl, doesn't matter. They can still carry a name. Boy or girl can still, if you have a business or something, or whatever you do, still can take over. It doesn't matter. Whose business it is, the fathers or the mothers. Why can't anyone just be happy that you have a healthy baby and stop having an attitude? Only a son can take the last name. Girls can too. I wish people would stop treating, differently between a girl and a boy. They both can be taught the same, you know. So, also when you have a gender reveal party, it's it's called let the happy parents hug each other first instead of, oh, I don't know, mother-in-law or some in-law or a friend gives the guy, the father, a hug first. We all know where that is going, but the thing is, if you don't want to know, and you know say you're one of the ones who will get mad that whoever tells you, either by accident or in spite, because, well, I'll get into that. um you know to save it, all the tantrums, and you don't want to know, then don't have a gender reveal party. Why don't you just wait until after the baby's born? I mean, save a lot of, arguments and whatever. Because I didn't know. I came across it, and I didn't know it was, just skits and stuff like that. Everybody, you know, has a camera out or whatever, filming everything. You know, this person had um, something, the cake delivered, but the delivery person said what color the cake was. So the, I don't know, the parent or whatever said, "Thank you for ruining it. I didn't know." But, you know, so all I said was, well, if you're a delivery person or you're making the cake or whatever, they all know, because when you get it, you call up and say, "This is a gender reveal party," and whoever knows says, "Do it this color." So I just love this, you know, I mean, that's all I said. And of course, I said, everyone have a, you know, nice day, lovely day. And, what I always say, ciao. So I got all these comments, which never showed up. So I guess they got deleted. I don't know. I just loved where someone's pretending. Well, I'm not going to mention the celebrity's name, but loved his movies though. Um, all I said was, wrote my name and said, "Shut up." First of all, no one tells me to shut up. I'll put it this way, not anymore. And then all I got was, "You do know that this is a, you know, page for skits and stuff like that." Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have wrote that thinking that it was real. But what they don't understand is this actually goes on. So, and for them to do the skit, they also know that this stuff goes on. And I don't know how many comments, but I just politely said, for all the ones that gave me nasty comments and stuff like that, it doesn't bother me. Like, really. I mean, it was nice of them to say, that it was a page for skits and stuff like that. I mean, I appreciated that. But telling me to shut up and all that, I laughed. I nicely just said, for all those ones that it didn't bother me, but you better respect others that don't know and just nicely say what the other ones said to me, that it was a page for skits and stuff like that, because it might bother someone else. I can't believe how much people are so rude. It just, I don't know. I can't say it amazes me, but I mean, it's sad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many will agree what I said, but I'm just telling the truth. But anyway, um, the other one is that I did come across, and this is the best. I don't know who um, did it, but at the bottom it says, um, but look it up and you'll love it. This is the best. Um, I tell you, kids will just say anything. But anyway, look up Dad asked son, what has sharp teeth? And then put, in parentheses, original video. Um, I mean, really, ones that have just had children, welcome to parenthood. You're going to have fun with what comes out of their mouths. But anyway, that's a good video. I mean, that is the best that I've seen. Um, I'm not going to tell you what the answer is, though, but some will have it in the comments. Um, and you'll get a good laugh. It will make your day. Now let's get into this one. This is for like everyone, but with my person, I believe he will fight for me. And that's how it should be with anyone's person. You do not listen to others, what they say about, the both of you. Because we all know people lie. You go to each other. And you communicate. And then you solve it. I mean, But if both are together, both should have each other's back anyway. And know when anyone is saying anything about one another, if it's true or not. Even if you are not together, the thing is, if you're not planning on coming together, you still should know if things are true or not. And you should ask. And if you're not coming together, you should, tell each other if you're not. I mean, technically, like I said, you should know each other anyway. You know, and also if you're not going to come together, and could be, one or both of you already decided to do other things instead of waiting. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I was told, I don't know, there's a couple out there, young, or I don't know, not too young, but young, that both of you were thinking of each other and things that, you've moved on. But for, whoever that this couple is, you need to speak to each other and stop putting it off before it will be too late. I mean, both of you are probably overthinking things and listening to others, to stop both of you. What I don't get is, why is it that people always listen to others? You know, especially, if you're already with someone or you're going to be with someone, and, either way, and you know it, that you belong with each other, or, whatever. Why is it that, and this is for really anything, why is it that people listen to others instead of actually speaking to whoever they're speaking about, and who knows the truth? It will save a lot of, oh, I don't know, anger, lot of arguments, and whatever else. I never got that. That people always listen to, I guess, gossip or drama and whatever else you want to call it, instead of taking the time. I mean, everybody's on the phone or whatever it's called, you know, almost all day long. Doesn't take much time to actually speak to someone to see what's going on instead of listening to lies. I never got that. I mean, I always, well, since I was little, I grew up with lies, but I learned to find out the truth. It's not that hard. I mean, but enough of that. Um, with this one, apparently, when I am putting this up, it's apparently a new moon. Well, we know who these ones are. They know who they are. So you think because it's a new moon, you thought you could send one after another? We know, well, you know, and I know, and so the spirit knows what you were sending one after another. So, okay. So, how's that working out for you? You and your group, the ones involved. Don't bother telling me because I know how it worked out. You know, you, you, you will know also, along with everyone that was involved. But I can guarantee it didn't work out too well. Along with, like I said, everyone will say what happened or happens. I mean, but Don't worry. I won't say I told you so. I won't throw a lifeline. I won't send, those hearts, for recharge a life, when you request in a game. No, I'm not going to do any of that. It's not my responsibility to help. I don't waste time or energy to help when someone don't want it and don't take the time to help themselves. But don't get that twisted. You know, some do need help and it does take time. But you see, the difference is with those ones, they are putting an effort and they want the help. See, the ones that I'm speaking about, that I'm not doing any of that, don't put effort in it. They pretend, well, they think they're fooling by pretending that they want the help. I mean, see, I would say, I don't know how many times you have to be told. I mean, I'm not the only one who says it. I mean, while I help others, and then, you know, I'll mention and tell you what you're doing. In a way, I guess I'm still helping, but not exactly saying it to you. I mean, but don't get that wrong either. I'm not trying to be nice because you already crossed the line with me. I mean, whatever God's doing, that doesn't mean that, you know, I can still throw a little bit of help out there, you know. And if I do that, that means that, some still have a chance to walk away from what they're doing before you end up like, well, you could look around what's happening when you cross that line with me. You messed with the wrong one. And you better pray that you do not get the other side of me. Because remember, that that side is staying out for a while. Still. You know. But the one that was sending, I mean, the one after another, well, what I'm about to say, I know it was your group. I mean, I've been getting things, every once in a while now, or, I mean, still every day, but, very little because it's going right back to you just like that. Just like the one after another. You see, one of them, and, you know, I'll just say your group. You see, like I said, with ones that I used to follow, but then I was told that, wow, I don't follow anymore. Gee, I wonder how that happened. That I don't follow. I mean, I could see, you know, like maybe you just changed it or whatever with one or, but you just did it with a lot of them. But anyway, but I haven't been on. And I went on. So whoever was sending one after another, because it happened, I don't know, maybe an hour, 2 hours, all day. Right after I saw, I finally saw some that came across me that I used to follow. And I thought I still did. But apparently I don't. Wonder how that happened. So, and I wrote, I liked it or whatever. I really don't know what it's called, but I liked it. Wrote a really short comment. So I know whoever has access to these ones' account saw it. Because, like I said, I only came across 3 or maybe 4. And I haven't seen them in a long time. I'll get them like maybe occasionally. So, you're one of the groups, as it's been. But don't think you got away with it, because all of you are one of the final countdowns. You thought I forgot? No. See, God keeps reminding me. You know, He reminds me to let me know He sees everything. I mean, this has been an ongoing thing. It's still not coming into this year. Nothing what you do is working. I am so far ahead of all of you with, in steps, that whatever you try, it's taken care of just like that. And I don't care what you're trying to, see what I'm doing or whatever. You're not going to know. And if you do, well, don't think that, I didn't see that you knew or found out that, or my team doesn't know. Because remember, you want to keep track of me? I'm not the only one being tracked. So are you. I mean, with some of you, I'm not going to say which group, you know, who's left. How do you know that I wasn't right near you? I mean, I had some stuff that I had to take care of. The final countdown. I learned how to be a private person. Okay? You only get very little. And do you think what you see or hear or whatever, is it true or not? Is it, oh, I don't know, is that what I'm doing or not? See, wherever I am, it's way after, if you see that. like way after that I'd been there. I know I know how to cover my tracks. I know how to do whatever. Remember, my dad was military, and I learned from him telling stories or teaching me things. I know ones in the military. I know a lot of police officers. I know a lot of bikers. I know a lot of, well, I'm not going to get into that, but, you know, different ones. See, they didn't care that I was a girl. They knew that, you know, I needed to be taught. See, I played baseball. I played field hockey. Street hockey. I played football. I didn't know the game really, but, I made a touchdown. Didn't know I made the touchdown, but, it was fun. I still learned. In the beginning, yeah, you know, my dad, I wasn't allowed to do anything, but because I'm bullheaded, stubborn or whatever, he didn't let me do it. I did it on my own until he figured it out. But like I said, I don't care who you are. You don't respect me, or whatever. I will put you in your place. As that saying goes, and my dad said it, you don't put my baby in a corner. I mean, people better start, I don't know, going back. I mean, it's different, but I'm just saying, with, we have more tools to work with, you know, that's different. But go back to, like what our ancestors, you know, everybody respected each other. Didn't matter who you were. You know, there's a lot of progress being made, and I'm proud of all of you. But all this BS and stuff like that, you know, It all needs to stop. I'm not telling people not to have fun, or I'm not telling people what to do either. But if you looked around, you'll all notice it. And the bullying or whatever, mocking people. Would you want that happen to you? People need to start standing up and start protecting and, each other, getting along. And these pranks and crap, learn what pranks are and jokes and stuff like that. Pranks aren't, where people end up in hospitals or, oh, I don't know, maybe worse. I mean, I could see, doing it once or, whatever, you know, playing around or what, don't do it constantly because after a while it does get old. And then you wonder where all my friends went, you know, because they're tired of pranks that, you know, you went too far. But anyway, um, but like I said, I mean, whether any of you, like it or not, I'm doing what I want, what I have to do. And as I said, I'm taking care of myself for once. That's what I'm doing. Oh my God. I just realized I told you what I'm doing. Oh well. See, I let things, come together or, fold whatever how it's supposed to. I don't wait. I'm at my old person, how I used to be. I don't believe, broken promises. I don't, whatever. I am not that person anymore. I don't sit in the corner and be quiet and, don't speak up because, oh, I don't know, somebody wants to start an argument or whatever. No, I'm not that person anymore. And I haven't been for a long time. If it's worth saying to put you in your place, I will. So if I don't say anything, it wasn't worth it. And you better be thankful that I didn't say anything. Because if you know, attempt to try to make me say something, put it this way, when you wake up, you're not going to know where you are. You're going to probably think, well, I don't remember what you said. Well, because I didn't give you time to, hear me. I'm just letting you know. I mean, you wanted to know. So I figured, let me tell you. And with some, you're probably shocked. This isn't the person I knew. Well, you didn't know me. Anyway, no one did. And it's still going to be that way. I'll always be a mystery and always on a mission. And will always keep you guessing. And it doesn't harm anyone. Anyway, I just wanted to get this out and to let everybody know I'm still here. Even, the ones that tried to send one after another. So, knowing you, as soon as it gets up, you'll be trying to get all your strength to hear what I had to say. Thinking that you could take my energy this way, you could go find new people until you recoup and all that. No turning back. What God has for you is, I don't know. I'm not asking. None of my business. But you're not going to have any strength to get new people. Told you it's the final countdown. Enough is enough. But what could I say? I know what I could say. Everyone, have a great day. I don't even know what today is. I think it's Wednesday. I don't know. Well, whatever day it is, have a great day. And as I said before, you woke up, you have another chance. Be thankful. And go make a great day. Anyway, I have to go. I have, oh, that sounds good. Sorry. When I'm done. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. I gotta go. Anyway, thank you for listening. And everyone around the world, I am proud of you. Keep on going. There is a lot of progress, and we are doing it. We are making a difference. Now, or the next one? I'll do the next. Sorry, I was getting a download. They wanted me to mention it, but I can do it on the next video. I won't do it now. Anyway, I have to go. They need me to do something, but anyway. Everyone have a great day. Ciao.